Hi, this is David, and if you're watching this video, it's probably because you're making your bibliography in Microsoft Word. Once more, if you're making it in Hangul Word program, please use the other video. This one is for Microsoft Word users. Okay, so what you're going to want to do first is you're going to want to go to your sources. And again, you need at least 2 sources. First thing you'll want to do is scan the source. You're looking for the author's name, the date it was made, the title. So here you can see I've got the name. I don't know how to say that. Yannick Lejac. Anyway, I'm going to copy that into my notepad. Found the title. Title's easy. Title's usually the, big words. They want it to stand out. Also, the date. You'll look for something like, a date. If you see something like the time of day it was made, just ignore that. It's not important at all. And so after that, what you're going to want to do is note the URL, and so copy down the URL somewhere where you can remember, because you'll need that in your bibliography too. I forgot the organization name, but we'll come back to that in a little bit. Anyway, hopefully you actually read the article instead of just copying it for points. And so you'll read the article and you'll look for kind of the important things that you want to say and things that you want to mention when you're doing your annotation that we talked about. And then I'll do the same for my other source. So again, I got the name, this guy Ron Doolin. I don't know why I picked sources with names I don't know how to pronounce. You can see the title is a little hard to find at first. Is it just StarCraft Review? Well, yeah, it goes straight into the article, so the title probably just StarCraft Review. Nice and simple. Give that a copy. And then the date. And again, you don't need the time of day, so just the date is fine. And honestly, since it's a website, the year is okay, but I'm being very proper, so that's why I'm copying this down. And the URL too. Again, I forgot the organization title. We'll come back to that later when I realize it. So you're going to want to open up Microsoft Word, and there's going to be a couple things you need to do first. This box is very important. What's going to happen is you're going to start typing if you don't press it, and the typing will look fine, but when you go to a new line, this will happen. And it's got a little space in it. It doesn't look very good. It makes the bibliography go over one page. And if you skip a line in between things, it looks really bad and it screws up the formatting. So before you start typing anything, you're going to want to select that second option, and then it'll look neat. So now that you're ready to go, you've got your text in the right format and stuff. You can change the font if you want. I'm just going to use Malgun Gothic today because I was lazy. Anyway, you're going to want to start by typing out the author's name, and even though it's presented in all capital letters, that's not correct, so you want to only capitalize the L and the Y. So Lejac, comma, Y instead of comma Yannick. Then the date, and then the title. And an important thing to notice about the title is notice that there are only 2 capitalized letters, T for they and F for for, because it's after the colon. It's part of the subtitle. Go ahead and put a period there after that's done, and then only the first line should touch the left side. So you saw there that I didn't successfully tab it. I pressed the tab button, but it moved the whole thing. In that case, what I wanted to do was press enter and then tab. And that was successful. At this point, go ahead and switch to italics, and you're going to want to use the organization name, which, as I said earlier, I forgot. So the organization name here is NBC News. And then period. Take it out of italics, and then you'll want to finish off with a nice retrieved by followed by the URL. First you'll want to select the URL a little bit faster than I do it. give it a nice little copy, and paste it in. Cool. Make sure you add that retrieved from before the whole thing starts. And see, now the problem here is the URL is split across lines and it's not being tabbed. So what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want to hit enter here at the end of the line, and that's going to break the URL in half. Luckily, the nice thing about Microsoft Word is it automatically detects the formatting you want. So all I have to do is go down to that drop-down menu, hit hyperlink remove in Korean, and then there we go. This looks like a nice, well-cited or well-formatted citation. Cool. And let's do the next one. So again, you want to go back to the far left side of the line, and you'll want to throw down the author's name first. So we'll do Doolin, comma, R. Good. And the date. And the title. And again, even though the title is 2 words, StarCraft Review, only the S is capitalized. And then italicize, and, as I forgot earlier, the title. GameSpot is the title of the organization that did this article. So italicize, and then GameSpot. Take it out of italics, give it the period, and then time for retrieved from. And then add the URL. So you'll notice that this URL didn't fit exactly. So what you're going to have to do here is you're going to have to do a bit of a guessing game to figure out how much can fit on the previous line, because you don't want that big ugly space. So what I did here is I chose a spot that looked okay, just after the .com, and I thought maybe that's fine. I hit enter, and it seems to have worked. It fits exactly on the line. So just hit hyperlink remove from the drop-down menu, go down to the next line, hit tab. Put a period at the end, and your citation is ready to go. And you'll want to put at least 2 lines in between them. And so now it's time to use your annotation. And so skip 1 line below your first citation and start writing a paragraph. This first paragraph will be 3 to 4 sentences, and during it you'll describe the source. Tell me what the source was about. When you're done with that, skip a line and write the next paragraph, which is 3 to 4 sentences about the quality of the source. Was it helpful? Was it unbiased? And explain how and why you think so. And for the final paragraph, skip 1 more line. How did it teach you about your topic? Go ahead and write 2 to 3 sentences about that. One more important thing. All of the annotation paragraphs need to start tabbed in, every single line. Luckily, Microsoft Word makes that very easy. Just hit tab at the start of the second line of each paragraph, and it will catch the rest of the paragraph up with it. This is a nice feature of Microsoft Word, that it automatically detects the format you want to use. And then after that, you're going to want to make sure there are 2 spaces between the bottom of this paragraph and the next citation. For your second citation, do the annotation again. First, a paragraph about the source. What is the source about? 3 to 4 sentences. Next, you'll want to write another paragraph. Was it helpful? Was it unbiased? Explain how. 3 to 4 sentences. And finally, you'll want to write 2 to 3 sentences about how did it teach you about your topic. And same as you did before, hit tab at the start of the second line, and Microsoft Word will automatically detect the format you're trying to use. So there we have it. This looks like a good citation, right? It seems good, the formatting is good, however there's one more thing. Doolin, D, starts before L, LeJac. So, citation number 2, as it comes first in the alphabet, needs to be moved up to the top. So we're going to cut that, and we're going to put it all the way up at the top. Just double check when you do this. Make sure that there are lines skipped in between each of the paragraphs in the citation. Make sure there are 2 lines between citations. Double check your formatting, and you're almost ready to turn it in. There's one last thing you need. Hit to the right and put your name on the paper just like this. That's all I need. Nice and simple. And there you go.